Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and a managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing pensions in the context of Thai retirement visas, and we're specifically discussing this in the context of Americans. And the reason I bring this up, we actually got an email from a viewer of this channel. We thank them for that sent me the attachment I'm going to quote from here momentarily. But I've been kind of thinking of this myself because I get a lot of Americans who ask me, about financial evidence associated with retirement visa processing, and I'm always sort of hesitant to talk pensions with Americans because, quite frankly, not many Americans have a pension, have what you would call a defined benefit plan pension. And this is very different from, for example, clients from Australia or the UK or Europe, where pensions are much more common. But in the US, not so much. And some context as to why was brought to my attention from a viewer, and we thank them for sending this article. This is from CNBC.com. Article is titled, How 401k Brought About the Death of Pensions. Quoting directly, until the 1980s, most Americans planned for retirement through pensions. Quoting further, that changed when Congress passed a new tax code in the Revenue Act of 1978. The act included a provision in the Internal Revenue Code, Section 401k. Quoting further, within a decade, the majority of workers overall were in a 401k rather than a traditional pension. And to be clear, probably folks from the UK or Australia aren't going to be interested in this, but to provide a little bit of definition, a 401k is not a pension per se. It's a mechanism, it's sort of a savings mechanism that defers tax liability. It may defer it forever. It may mitigate it completely. Again, depending on your situation, don't take that to the bank. You need to deal with your own taxes on an individual basis. But 401ks can have benefits, at least from the standpoint of deferring certain liability in terms of taxation. And for this reason, a lot of folks in America have 401ks. And they sort of ask me, they're like, what about this documentation? I don't have a pension per se, I have a 401k. We're doing another video contemporaneously with this one where we talk about 401k documentation, specifically in the context of consular processing. So that's case processing in a Thai embassy for a retirement visa. But over here in Thailand, when you're dealing with, for example, a retirement visa extension, generally speaking, they either want to see a certain amount, 65,000 baht a month, coming into your bank account in Thailand, or they want to see 800,000 baht balance. Those are the two, hard and fast rules with respect to extension. And this can be kind of problematic with respect to a 401k, because how do you set that up to be in compliance with Thai rules? Probably a good idea possibly to contact a legal professional who can give you some insight and guidance into how to deal with that and sort of square that circle. There are remedies to it. Oftentimes it requires one taking certain steps each month to ensure that a certain amount of money hits their account, or taking steps to ensure they maintain a year-round balance that meets the requirements. But yes, there generally speaking are ways to sort of rectify the 401k with one's retirement visa status here in the Kingdom.